Who's a flat earther? We're flat earthers. What's up, YouTube? Been trying to get my fucking live streaming here going. It's been a while since I've used it. Kind of almost forgot how to use it. So, flat earth. You ever wonder why we were never taught anything to do flat in school? Like nothing. Like they tell us about sundials in other countries. I never learned about a sundial in school. You know, they don't teach about the angular perspective. You know that things get smaller as they go into the distance due to the size they are. You know, they never told us about the calculation. You know, that there was an actual equation for the curvature of the Earth. There's never been any research on people going to measure this curve. You know, that's inches per mile squared. Somebody in the past had to have, I don't know, got that number. Just saying, otherwise 8 inches per mile squared wouldn't be a thing. There would be no curve. So there's that. Not to mention the amount of ridicule, that comes with just those two words, flat Earth. And you know, the 10, the reason why the ridicule is even happening in the first place is mostly because of the image that we all have on the flat Earth. You know, when I first saw a flat Earth, I literally saw a square, 2D square, in the middle of space. That's what flat Earth was to me. I always thought of the edge of this fucking square, fucking flat 2D fucking thing. And that was just the way that it was presented to us. And it was on purpose. But and now when you go and look around, you say those two words, flat Earth, and automatically they stick that square piece of crap fucking 2D image in the middle of space. There's absolutely no rational thinking. They just automatically attached half of their belief to the new belief that they're going about, and that's wrong. You you gotta you gotta take a step back. You gotta look at the actual validity of shit, because if it doesn't make sense, don't listen to somebody that says blue is green. You know damn well blue is blue. So don't let it doesn't matter what color his coat is. Like, but the amount of people that take consensus to the literal grave is preposterous. Well, if it doesn't come on CNN, it doesn't happen. You're being blinded, dude. You're being blinded. And that's by design. It's by design. They want you dumb. I just read this not too long ago, and I was completely appalled. Science isn't a consensus, it's a popular opinion. It's absolutely a popular opinion. Absolutely a popular opinion. And consensus, you know, if you really think about it, it's really just a great big game of telephone. It started out as one thing, and went down the line, and now it's not even close to the same. Like, look what they did with the Bible. How many different books are there of the Bible? And like, just in itself alone, the Bible is just ridiculous. How many different versions there are for even just one word. One word can set you astray from the whole Bible. And all it takes is one word. Like literally, the Hebrew has like thousands and thousands of meanings for just one word, and we have what, two or three? We like, for example, here I'll even just do this for you. Live is also the word live. You can't do that. That gives people the opportunity to become dumb human beings. Call it pseudoscience. Yes, it is pseudoscience. It absolutely is pseudoscience. The believe in God's word, aka disincarnate. Yes, absolutely. But here's the thing. In my personal opinion, there is the creation God, the one and only, and then you have the Bible God. Now, I've talked to a lot of people that straight up say that the Bible God is straight up a tyrant. He doesn't. He's jealous God. He wants complete obedience, and he doesn't want. He's just a tyrant. And in a sense, I think of it like this: who are you to say the creation to the creator what should and shouldn't be? I mean, if you were Enoch, one of the people that walked with God, you could say that, oh, blah, 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 the earth is absolutely a sphere. It's absolutely a sphere. In space, dust, space, gas, all that. But that's not the case. That is so far from the case. It's not even funny. All right, see here in chat. Constantine did the evil one's work as far as goes. Constantine, that dude, that dude went through some shit. Okay, if now it depends on the way that you look at things. So because like, of course, automatically people are going to think that Keanu Reeves moved Constantine, and they did the best that they could, I guess. I'll say that. I'll be nice. They did the best they could for describing the way that story is, but it's kind of a little bit different. It's roughly the same. It's a little more deeper than what the movie lets on. Flat Earth, I tell you, if it's not one of the, if not the bringer to God, then I don't know what is, because it doesn't seem to matter where you do research or where you go looking. Doesn't matter who you talk to. There's always some sort of an opinion, whether it's good or bad, about God in the situation regarding flat Earth. Most people, they they just want to latch on to the nothing into everything, and it's not just nothing into everything, guys. It's so much more deeper than that. If you actually think about it, you got to realize that all of this stuff just happened to explode from nothing into absolute perfectness. The odds of that are none if you think about it. On top of that, they happen all these bajillions and bajillions and bajillions of miles away. All these different worlds that may. It's never they do have life. It's always they could have life. That is an agenda pusher. That is by design. Because the longer they have hooked, the longer they can steal your money from you. It's that simple. Go and look it up. $52 million a day that NASA gets to pull shit over your eyes. Take the quote from fucking Crow 777. Shout out Crow 777. But if there's going to be something that's going to be filmed in HD, it will be filmed in HD. Here, it's just the way that technology has come about. We're crying out loud. There's a camera in everybody's pocket right now. Everybody outside walking around has a phone in their hands or in their pocket or in their car has a camera on it. And there's never not somebody recording some sort of video. Like how many videos we got of Nibiru? Does anybody buy that shit? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. Because Nibiru, I tell you, it's hard to say because of all their technologies and their blue beams and their directed energy weapons and you know, for all we know, they are the ones flying around, flying saucers, making us latch on to the alien agenda even more. You know, aliens are just aliens are one of the most funny topics ever since they came into Flat Earth. It's just they could be out there, and most people say are out there, but when are they coming? When? Like, not one has shown up, and if they did show up, they were hidden. And it's like, well, would you want to hide that? Because number one, those people who don't believe in God, finding an alien is nothing short of finding the fucking Ark of the Covenant. You literally just found the number one thing that disproves that there even is a God. But on the contrary, how do you know that God didn't create that being as well? This is also the reason why I say that, you know, God can't be bound by this creation. He can't be bound by time. He can't be bound by gravity. He can't be bound by the physics, the laws. He can't be bound by any of it. He has, in order for him to be omnipotent being, he has to be outside of the construct that he creates. Otherwise, he is bound by his of the laws that he created, and that doesn't work. You can't. Superman can't be as strong as he is, but his weakness is that he is strong as he is. It just doesn't. That doesn't work. There's no point of even being. So when you read the Bible, it says that the Earth is flat, not straight up. The Earth God put here is absolutely flat and stationary, but the descriptions that are given in the Bible pretty well state that it is a flat and immovable area, realm, if you will. You start calling it a disc and people start flipping out. You start calling it a square. You start talking about edges. People start flipping out. They just don't know how to come about this. People get this as a threat, and I don't want people to look at it as a threat. Yeah, unfortunately, they led us to where we live. Throw it away. Learn it. Take the beating. And throw it away. Because the more you learn it, the less you lose, the more you're missing out. You gotta throw away the fucking hurtness, and get right fuck out of me. If you don't, you're just fucking They're just at it, creating more fucking shit, more crime. Look at the cops. Cops thrive. They absolutely thrive on your drugs. Cops absolutely want you out there doing these drugs. They want people out there on the corners dealing these drugs. They want these gangbangers bringing in these multi-million-dollar fucking drug busts because then they can take all of them drugs and push them right back out onto the street. It's that simple. You create profit. You create the enemy as well, and you pretty much got a fucking empire of evil. That's basically what they did. And got to a certain point where back in the day, they started walking up to people. You believe in God? No. You believe in God? No. You believe in God? Yeah. And they killed them. And now you have people that will not ever think about going against conformity, because you gotta go on. You gotta. Everybody else is doing it. There's absolutely no reason for fucking bowing down. Okay, there is none. And if you think that, then I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. You gotta think. You gotta think ahead. Think of lines in the sand. Lines in the sand. Is it wrong to kill somebody? Absolutely. Is it wrong to jaywalk? Not really. If I'm dealing with books, I'm not really going to be too worried about watching people jaywalk out on the side of the street. But when you get to a point where we are in flat Earth, where you have people like Logan Paul who are comments and just absolutely making a fucking ass of himself in front of thousands of people, in front of the press, in front of all those people. Okay, being a being a flat earther already comes with such ridicule and discreditment. Like it's it's mind blowing, and it's like the more the people were like, "Oh, you're stupid. Oh, you're stupid. Oh, you're stupid." It literally was like grabbing me by the ear. It was like, "Hey, listen closer. Listen closer. There's a reason why they're trying to do." Because there's always a reason why people say that things are stupid. That's just the way. That's how you get people. How do you bully a kid at school? How does the kid at school, the nerd at school, become the fucking one that everybody picks on? Constantly say bad things about that person until everybody has decided that they don't like that person. That's what bullying is in a nutshell. And if nobody stands up and goes, "Hey, I don't want to do this no more," well, guess what? You're gonna keep doing it until somebody stands up and does that shit. That's exactly what they did with the Globe back in the day. Walked door to door with a fucking guy, probably with a gun, and they were asking beliefs. What do you believe? You believe in God, or do you believe in this? Their answer was God. They were shot, dead. So you wonder why there's such a consensus towards, you know, the bias of all this evidence of the globe. Well, it's because nobody, number one, wants to lose their job. Number two, right now as it stands, apparently we have to pay to live here, considering we're the only things that live here have to pay to be here. And on top of that, you have greedy people literally are waiting for you to die from the chemicals and all the stuff in food that they have literally put there by design. People still have enough nerve to say that it's not happening. That this stuff is just the way the world is. It's just the way it is, turn out. Well, unfortunately, I that. I can't think that. I don't want to think that pure evil is just the way of this world. I'd like to think that humans are decent creatures. I mean, especially if God created us on his likeness, we should be pretty decent creatures. But if you look around, we're totally not. We're totally not. We're not even close. Dude, there's people on the street right now killing people for a fucking Klondike bar. Like, that's bullshit. Look at fucking Katrina and New Orleans. Those fucking cops were raiding fucking cops. The people we're supposed to count on in this fucking scenario when it happens are raiding stores, beating people up, taking shit, not helping people. Is this really the future you guys want to look forward to so that you can stay comfortable? Is your comfortability really worth it? Or should we fucking waste our time, pull our fucking heads out of our ass, and stand up and realize that there's more of us than there is that number one. We need to take back this fucking system. Number two. Number three, we need to make sure that every single person on this planet or plane, whatever you want to call it, has food and water and shelter before anything else. If we're not focusing on those first three things, nothing else matters. Absolutely nothing. The human race unfortunately needs food. Okay? Need water. And if they can't have that in addition to shelter, kiss the human race goodbye. So make us pay for it. That's a real fucking good idea. You wonder why there's people in the streets hating to the point where they murder. Remember the cop story? Those cops in New Orleans? Those are cops are raiding and killing people in the time where we're supposed to fucking need them. They're supposed to be there to help, but they're doing the exact same thing as regular people. That's a scary, scary thought to think that when shit does hit the fan, it's literally you and the world. That's scary. I want that. That's why I've been prepared. Fuck that shit. I've got my axes, I've got my machetes, I've got multitude of fucking supplies ready. Because guess what? The if story, it's gone. There is no more if. It's going to happen. Whether you want to be in denial and sit back and relax and wait for the fucking waves to come, you be my guest. But I'm definitely not. It is absolutely coming, and it's going to fucking hit hard and fast. It's going to hit you so hard and fast that you're not going to know what the hell you're not going to be ready for it. You're absolutely not going to be ready for it. So, main thing is to find a community that supports all of this and get together, get a good community of people, because there's time's running out. Time is running out. They're literally locking down this fucking place. You can't drink, you can't catch rainwater. Rainwater? They own the rainwater? I'm just saying, like, it's gotta come to a stop. It's gotta come to a stop. So the flat Earth thing, it's a scary thought to think that. Well, I'm 29. I think for 4 years now I've been a flat earther. So for 26 years I was spinning around on this magical thing that didn't even exist. And I could have gone the whole length of my life still under that assumption. Still under the assumption that we can go to the moon. Still under the assumption that we can go to Mars. Still under the assumption that we could leave the planet at all, which in itself is kind of stupid. I mean, in almost every textbook that you look at, every place except Earth is non-inhabitable. So let's keep trying to leave the one place we absolutely know for sure is habitable. On top of that, let's leave before we figure everything out about the place that we're on already. You know, there's so many different fucking places in the ocean that we haven't even searched yet. There's so many, and it's just growing. There's places on Earth that probably still have tribes of people that don't even know that we are out here. We don't know. We don't have cruise ships. It all comes down to the people. It really does come down to the people. Just give me a second here. I'm gonna check on the chat. Do you have your blow up doll ready? I do not have a blow up doll, but thank you very much, M Dolls. Shout out to BAT or BAT, Guts and Glory. All right, back to the discussion here. So, when you think about money and the fact that it even exists, how come squirrels don't need money? How come tigers don't need money? How come anything else except humans don't need money? Why are we the only thing that have to pay to be here? Every single thing else gets natural or unconditional love. It's really survival of the fittest. And the people at the top, not going to name any names, but the people with the tiny little hats want to be at the top. They want to control everything. That's why they've been spraying the skies. That's why they've been indoctrinating your kids. That's why they've been poisoning your fucking food. That's why they've been doing all this shit. And it's all about control. It can't be about anything else. They literally have enough money to fucking buy this world 15 times. So it can't be about money. It can only be about control. And clearly they have established that. Now it's our turn to recognize that they have the control that isn't fucking theirs to have in the first place and take it back. Otherwise, we're going to be keep spinning on this fucking ball forever and ever and ever, and it ain't going to go away. And the lies, they're just going to keep being allowed to be told, and pretty well soon the human race is going to be dumber than a rock. And I don't I don't plan on sticking around for that. This awakening has to have a ginormous boost. I know in the last 4 years that flat Earth is, it's gotten big, and I always said in the first year when I first found it out, if it was gonna be beat at all, it would have been beat already. Period. Since it's not, there's obviously something going down. They just brought the moon back into our atmosphere after 75 years of it being fine right where it is, because they have to adjust, because the truth is now coming out. Their lie is falling apart. They're panicking. They have no clue what they're going to do when the people assemble. The number one fear to these people is when we assemble. It is. Because they've known for a long ass time there's way more than us than there is of you. Plain and simple. All right, let's check on the chat real quick. Okay, so we got some people in the chat here being a little rude. It's all good. It's all good. No worries. You're entitled to your opinion. Is there anything else you would like to add into the discussion? Anything at all. Open discussion. Doesn't just necessarily have to be about flat Earth. It can be about fucking the problems of money. It can be about the Notre Dame burning down. It could be fucking about all the false flags. It could be about directed energy weapons. You fucking name it. There's countless topics that you could talk about and reveal lies. I don't necessarily have to be a smart individual to point out certain things that are just cut and paste. 1 plus 1 will always, always, always equal 2. Those are fundamental truths. Okay, but there are other truths out there that are absolute lies. A lie is a lie, no matter if everybody believes it. And the truth is the truth, no matter if nobody believes it. Facts. So the longer that we keep doing this back and forth, we're just going to be playing their game until the end of time. We're never going to get the control back. All those claims you just spat out were documented proof. It's going on, and as a giant orchestrated lie. Well, do some fucking research. You don't have to take my word for it. You really don't. Because that's exactly what's going to happen if we keep going with this listening to one person's authority. We need multiple, and they need to match. They can't just be one person because they went to fucking Harvard or some well-known university. There are many people in this world that are smarter than these scientists at Harvard and Yale and all these other places, and they never went to university. So how is that possible? How can you be smarter than somebody who never went to university? Some people are just born smart, like geniuses. My I my identical claims. No, no. My claims are my claims. Nobody has the same claims as me. Why? Because I'm not everybody. I'm just me. I'm only a piece of the puzzle. And with other pieces to the puzzle, we'll be able to finish the puzzle. But if there's going to be certain pieces to the puzzle that don't want to cooperate and participate and be truthful and think rationally, then we're not going to go anywhere. I'm guessing you're a globe person, and that's fine. You can absolutely believe that we live on a globe. But on the contrary, there's too much evidence that says otherwise. Considering the idea of the earth being flat came first, then it turned into a ball. That has a lot of credence, not to mention it's only been a ball for about 500 years. It was flat for 1500 years before that. So you're saying that 99.9% of the human population matches your observations and they don't match mine. So basically, you're saying because consensus says that it's a ball, that's what you're going to go with. Not that it actually is a ball, but consensus itself, 99% of the people agreed that it was a ball, so that's what it must be. A bunch of people can agree on something, doesn't mean it's fucking true. I agree that you owe me $2 million, but you and I both know that that's not true. So, I mean, numbers are numbers. You can change them. Like I said, they just they just brought the moon back into the atmosphere. So with all those numbers, they can literally just tweak them. They can just change them at any time they want. That's bullshit. That's utter bullshit. Yes, that's right. And it's not consensus. It is a documented and proven. Okay, but you're literally saying because a bunch of people have agreed on something that is the truth. They could have just agreed to say the same thing. It doesn't need to be true. It can be a lie and they just tell it as the truth. That is what a lie is. There is no point of what would even be the point, really, of making all of this vastness? What would be the point of making things so far away that, for example, 1 light year would take you 400,000 years? That we can't even travel 1 light year. We don't have enough lifespan to even travel half of a light year. So my question is, why does it matter? Not to mention, did they not just try and say that they proved gravity with the gravitational waves that they pulled out of LIGO? Keyword there, LIGO. And they said that they found it 4 point some billion light years out into space. I don't understand how that proves that here on Earth, considering I thought Earth already had gravity. So why are you going any place else to measure gravity? You can just measure it here. But since it's not measured, it's not real. Weight is more like one light year is one light year, not 400. Do you know what light seconds are? Because I don't think you do. So you're saying that 1 year of light is the exact same amount of time as our normal year. I don't think that you understand either, because that's fucking preposterous. There is absolutely now you're saying that the sunlight takes way more than 8 minutes to get to my eye. When I know for a fact when I go outside it's instant. I turn on a light, it doesn't take 8 minutes to get to my eye. It's instant. Because light travels at a consistent rate. When it turns on, it's there. Doesn't take fucking 8 minutes to reach me from the sun. That is that's that's bollocks. If that was the case, we wouldn't even have a fucking sunset. Legit, wouldn't have a sunset. And if that was also the case, the sun would have to eventually drop below the horizon. Just saying. And since we know that it disappears into the horizon due to angular perspective, seems pretty fucking cut and dry to me. Just saying. But hey, I'm no scientist. I'm just some guy. There's too many inconsistencies with the globe for it to be even close to a fucking real thing. Listen up. It takes 1 year for light traveling at 300,000 kilometers a second to travel that distance. It is a distance measure, so you don't understand. Okay, maybe I don't understand, but that still doesn't cover the fact that the light from the sun does not take 8 minutes to get to my eye, which means either the theory of the light is wrong or what is actually happening in reality when I see the light instantly, I have to tell myself that that's a lie. So which one is it? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with the one where it's saying the light is instantly in my eye, not 8 minutes ago. If that was the case, if that was the case, we would have to wait 8 minutes every single time we changed the fucking light bulb in our house to see if the light bulb even worked. That doesn't make any sense. If the light was coming from the sun 93 million miles away, the light would come in parallel. It does not come in parallel. On the contrary, when you look at the sun with sunshades, you can see how big it is. It doesn't look anything close to the size that it needs to be. Needs, not should. There is a specific size that it must be in our sky, and it does not look that size. it also is pretty damn close to the same size as the moon. So I don't know what you want to call that there. Just saying. A lot of it comes down to money. For me, it's money. For me, it's not even about the shape of the earth. Well, anymore. Because once you get past the shape of the earth, it really does come down to money. They've been taking money for years and doing what with it? They sure haven't been fucking doing a good job with the videos and all that shit from space, considering I've made several videos where I can put the ISS over top of the planet and have it look just like the ISS feed. Like it's PNG pictures on top there, make them move around a little bit. It's not that hard. And I did that for free. I didn't need no $52 million a day. The money is what it comes down to. They are purposefully making people do stupid, useless jobs to keep you busy. Because while you're busy working, because you got to realize, I've already done all this breakdown. It's like this. Say I work at Dollarama, okay? One of the cheapest fucking stores you can buy from, okay? Say I work at Dollarama, and I make roughly in 2 weeks I make $700. Okay, do I get to keep that whole $700? No, because now I'm going to be giving that money to, let's say, your hydro company. You're paying your hydro company's bill. You're not paying your bill. You're paying the hydro company's bill. Because how do they pay their bills? With your money. It is a ginormous fucking cash fucking leap. Follow that. Follow that cash. See where that cash goes. This this is the problem. Because when you go and look for that cash, it's going to places it shouldn't be fucking going. It's going into private pockets. It's going into the private banks. It's going into not one fucking charity, not one charity. They're all this money is going back to the people who gave it out in the first place. They do not provide electricity. The electricity is free. I could prove it to you. Grab yourself an alternator, and then grab yourself another alternator, and convert one of those alternators into a generator. You now can power your house for life without paying a single dime to your electrical company. That's just one way. There's also wind. There's also water. There's several ways that you can get electricity for free. They just want you to pay for it. There's no need. Absolutely no need. We could be building houses. Why? Not for money, because houses need to be built. That should be enough to build a house. Want to build a house? Great. Let's get 4 guys and build a fucking house. Not one government official was needed. No money was needed because they went to the trees and they cut the fucking wood down to make the goddamn house. Free. So I don't understand why everybody puts such focus on money. Money is the problem. They print it. And gasoline is another thing that's fucking polluting our system. It's killing us. It's killing you. It's killing kids. It's killing the animals. It's killing the plants. All these nuclear plants. Like, just look around. If this place was supposed to be this paradise, if this place is supposed to be paradise, why is it when you look around, you can clearly see that our best interest is most certainly not at heart? It is absolutely the last thing on their mind. They could care fucking less if we die tomorrow. Let's look at this chat here. And use gasoline, which is also a commodity. Wind, yes. Solar, yes. So fucking do that then and quit complaining about it. Oh. Well, so basically, all you're here to do is to stop people from complaining. You just want problems to just never arise. People should just be here and just be fucking grateful and thankful and shut up, right? Because you say so, right, big man? Because physics tells us that in order to use energy, we need energy. Granted. That's granted. You're using energy and you're getting energy. You're using the water and you're getting electricity. Where's the money? Oh, that's right. There is no money needed. Money's a thought. Money is a mind construct. Money is a big fuck you to the people who don't get it. I get it. The people who need, take a look at these people that walk around and can't even walk around for half an hour without having at least $3 in their pocket because they don't want to look poor. You complain about as a problem, so fix it. Then use your brain to solve the problem and save mankind. And I am. The only problem is here is we have people that don't want us doing that. This is the problem. I'm not going to sit here and say that you're going to be one of these people. You're sitting here saying, stop complaining about it, fix the problem, and help mankind. Great, work with me. You know the money system is fucking bullshit. You know damn well that they could care less about you living or dying tomorrow. I'm not wrong. The simple fact that we're literally going to another country and killing every fucking buddy there specifically because they asked for something and they said no. That means we go over and kill everybody and take what we wanted in the first place anyway? No. But that's what does happen. You have cops that are abusing their power left, right, and center. And you also have people in higher positions that don't want to fucking listen to literal credible people. Like, for example, look at Owen Benjamin. I've been watching him for the last probably 2 months. Okay? And the second he started talking about flat Earth, I was like, oh, he's going to shit all over this. There's no way he's going to agree with this. And you know what? He floored me and started actually rationally thinking about it because he's a fucking true human being. He knows damn well that being a flat earther comes with a level of ridicule that most people just don't, they just can't wake up every day and take. They just can't. And he is taking that bull by the horns and telling all these people to fuck right off. Owen Benjamin, credible, he's a comedian. He's absolutely a comedian. But listen to the things that the man says about the system. You gotta realize that he's a comedian. He was in the system. He was up there in Hollywood. He knows all these little tricks, all these little fucking goblins play. You know, they want control. And he knows it. And that's why he's been trying to take this flat earth thing so slowly, because he knows that it's a shitstorm that could turn at any moment, and he just doesn't want that, But at the same time, he's not straight up going, "Oh, flat earthers are fucking retards for fucking going against consensus." No, he knows legit that there's something up with it. He says it almost every stream now. No, I'm not a flat earther. No, I'm not a flat earther. But if you don't think that this is interesting, you're fucking lying to yourself. And you are. You're lying to yourself. There's something going down with this fucking flat earth thing for one reason. It hasn't gone away yet. It's still here. 4 years later. Something that is a lie that can easily be disproven doesn't stay this long. Just doesn't. So, and you got people all over the world that they first hear it and that have that exact same knee-jerk reaction. This can't be. Because you know what? When I first heard it, the first thing that went through my head was, holy fuck, you're retarded. I cannot believe you were so fucking stupid. You just let them pull that shit over your eyes like that. And knowing, sitting right where I was, thinking about when I was a kid of how many times I used to look at the moon and tell myself, but like, how I can see the moon, but like, there's like an invisible like wall there, but the air doesn't go out, but it doesn't come in, and it's like I don't understand. And I always used to have those, and it's like there's a reason why those little irk moments happen to you, because the universe is literally trying to tell you something. It's like, hey, wake up. This is clearly in front of you. It's clearly an elephant, so don't call it a rhino. See what happened in the chat real quick. Welcome, Amberfunk. Flat Earth. Flat Earth will be here as long as paranoia and ignorance exists. Sorry, that's fine. That is your opinion, Amber. That is absolutely your opinion. And you know what? If the Earth isn't flat, then I can sit here and honestly say that I will gladly say that I am retarded. I can't believe I fell for it. But you know what? It hasn't happened yet. And I will. But the overall just not being able to go to space alone automatically for me throws half of it out. The idea of it, something that matter of fact isn't accessible to every single person that comes in contact with this earth is ridiculous. On top of that, granted, let's say we went to the moon, okay? We went to the moon. You can't sit here and tell me honestly that they wouldn't have built something up there. They wouldn't have built a hotel. They wouldn't have built a base. They wouldn't have put a satellite up there. They wouldn't have put an asteroid rocket. They wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they wouldn't have put a dock for the ISS for people to look back down at the Earth. You know, the money in going to the moon for a hotel literally pays for itself. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say, "Oh, I sure wish I could have a honeymoon on the moon," considering it's called honeymoon. Oh, I tell you. It's okay. It's all right. No worries. We'll get there. We'll get there. But it's been an hour now, so I want to thank y'all for tuning in this long, staying with us. We went through many different topics tonight. Feel free to leave your thoughts down in the comment. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and just use your rational thinking. Okay, like just rationally think, because when you look at stuff, there's always that one thing in the back of your mind that tells you what it is. Okay, don't ignore it. That's called your intuition or your instincts. They always say you should always go with your first instinct because it's always correct. Go with your first instinct, guys. Like, share, subscribe, don't subscribe, keep it flat, tell the truth. Peace out, everybody.